On the morning of August 1st, 2025, a major maritime incident unfolded off the coast of Callao, Peru, one of South America's busiest shipping hubs. The Ever Lunar, a massive container ship operated by Evergreen Marine Corporation and sailing under the flag of Taiwan, unexpectedly lost around 50 containers overboard while anchored in the bay. This wasn't a case of rough seas out on the open ocean. The ship wasn't even sailing, it was anchored. And yet, in a matter of moments, dozens of steel containers toppled off the stern and into the Pacific. What caused this sudden chaos? Could it have been a delayed tsunami wave from the powerful earthquake off Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula just 2 days earlier? Or were South America's brutal winter sea conditions to blame? Was this a freak ocean swell, or something deeper? At approximately 7 a.m. local time, the crew of Ever Lunar reported a violent rolling motion on board, unusual for a ship at anchor. Within minutes, the stern containers began to shift. Lashing systems snapped. One container fell, then another, and soon, a cascade of about 50 containers crashed into the sea, creating a hazardous zone around the vessel. Eyewitnesses at the port reported hearing loud metallic bangs, followed by sirens and radio distress calls. The ship's crew activated emergency protocols while nearby port operations ground to a halt. Multiple possible causes. Evergreen, the ship's operator, was quick to respond publicly. In their statement, they outlined several possible explanations. A delayed tsunami wave originating from the magnitude 8.8 earthquake that struck near Kamchatka on July 30th. A seismic event powerful enough to affect oceanic conditions across the Pacific. Severe winter ocean swells, common along the west coast of South America during this time of year. Or even a rogue wave, an unpredictable and localized surge capable of destabilizing a vessel, even when anchored. Meteorological data confirms that wave conditions in the region were rough, with unstable barometric pressure and shifting winds. The combination may have been enough to trigger an unanticipated roll, even in sheltered waters. Callao is more than just a port. It's a logistics nerve center for Peru and much of the western South American coastline. When news of the container loss broke, port authorities immediately shut down marine traffic. Container terminals like DP World Callao, APM terminals, and others halted operations, and vessel movements were suspended across the bay. The economic ripple effect was immediate. Ships were delayed, deliveries stalled, and export-import companies across the region felt the shockwave of the closure. The Peruvian Navy and Coast Guard issued emergency navigational warnings. Floating containers can pose a lethal threat to passing vessels, especially smaller boats or those operating at night. Within hours, 2 naval patrol boats, Costa Sama and Rio Kaira, were deployed to secure the area and monitor sea traffic. Meanwhile, tugboats Ram Vigo and Tiamat were stationed near the Ever Lunar to assist in vessel stabilization and recovery efforts. Evergreen confirmed that additional tugboat support was mobilized to help locate and recover the lost containers, some of which were still floating, while others were feared sunk to the seafloor. This was not an isolated incident for Evergreen. Just 3 days earlier, on July 29th, another Evergreen vessel, the Ever Feet, suffered a container collapse at sea between Brazil and Uruguay. Rough seas were once again blamed as 30 to 40 containers were severely damaged mid-voyage. 2 major incidents in a single week have raised questions within the shipping industry. Is Evergreen struggling with container lashing protocols? Or are these simply back-to-back freak events caused by extreme weather and oceanic instability? Investigators are now combing through satellite data, onboard ship records, and eyewitness accounts to determine whether human error, mechanical failure, or uncontrollable natural forces were blamed. The Ever Lunar is a modern container ship built to carry thousands of TEUs, 20-foot equivalent units. It regularly sails between Asia, South America, and North America, and is considered part of Evergreen's core fleet. Before this incident, Ever Lunar had no record of serious accidents or operational failures. But this latest event puts a spotlight not only on the ship itself, but on the broader risks of global container transport, especially in an era of increasing climate instability.